Welcome to A Taste of Torah with Rabbi Carol. We are finally experiencing some sunshiny, warm weather here on Long Island, and I am grateful for that. And so I want to share with you this weekend we are finishing the book of Vayikra, Leviticus, and we have a double parsha. The first one is titled Bahar, and the second Beharbechukota. And it begins in Vayikra, Leviticus chapter 25. Remember, we're looking at the first aliyah this year in My Taste of Torah. So I want to read some verses from this chapter here, beginning with verse 1. The Lord said to Moshe at Mount Sinai, "Speak to the Israelites and say to them, when you enter the land I am going to give you, the land itself must observe a Sabbath to the Lord. For 6 years sow your fields, and for 6 years prune your vineyards, and gather their crops. But in the seventh year, the land is to have a year of Sabbath rest, a Sabbath to the Lord. Do not sow your fields or prune your vineyards. Do not reap what grows of itself or harvest the grapes of your untended vines. The land is to have a year of rest. Whatever the land yields during the Sabbath year will be food for you, for yourself, your male and female servants, and the hired worker and temporary resident who live among you, as well as for your livestock and the wild animals in your land. Whatever the land produces may be eaten." So this here concept of the land having a Sabbath year really comes down to the principle of us trusting God. So God told them that they couldn't plant anything, which meant in the year after the Sabbath year, they would have no crops coming up. So what did that mean? Trusting Adonai. When we walk in a relationship with Adonai, sometimes there are directions that he gives us that we don't fully understand. And in the natural, they don't make sense. If I don't sow seed this year, how will I have crops, God? But he took care of his children, and he always takes care of us. Yeshua says in the Newer Covenant, don't be worried about what you're going to eat or drink. Think about the lilies of the field and how beautifully they are clothed and how God takes care of them. How much more will he take care of you and me? So perhaps you are walking through a season where you are learning to trust Adonai, and you don't see answers to the situation you are facing, and what you are seeing and sensing doesn't make a lot of sense to you. I want to encourage you, trust God. He always has the best in mind for you, and he will take you through this situation, and he will provide. He always provides. David says, "I have never seen the righteous forsaken or his seed begging bread." He is your provider. So we just wish you a blessed Shabbat evening. If you're here on Long Island, we'd like to invite you to join us for our service tomorrow at 11 a.m. It is Mother's Day weekend, so we will be celebrating all of our mothers tomorrow. We have a special little gift, and of course, you know that includes chocolate, because I had something to do with getting the gifts together. So we hope you will be with us, and if you're not here on Long Island, you can join us on YouTube or Facebook, as we will be live streaming the service, and we're continuing our sermon series on the Traveler's Guide to the Ruach. So I hope to see you tomorrow. Shabbat Shalom. God bless.